Let's all go down to the river.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Table for Four. Tonight, assassinations. We're going to cover a bunch of them. Julius Caesar, Abraham Lincoln, this crazy Nazi general we'll get to, Reinhardt.
We cannot pronounce
my goodness, that story. And then of course to the Kennedys on through to Ronald Reagan.
Oh, wait.
Bob.
You gotta go. What's gonna segue us into Reagan?
Yeah,
The death of
the saddest of all assassinations, the murder of John Lennon, which we'll get into again. But we're going to break each one of them down in separate episodes. We're going to start off tonight with Julius Caesar.
Dun dun dun.
All right, so
not the salad.
but also the salad. I mean,
Which I order every time I go
that is where.
When you stab it 20-something times,
Yes.
you're just like, thank you for my
With a fork,
Caesar
yes.
salad. No, I
get a
need
little
20
stabby.
people. Come on.
I feel like I just
Are
do
you
the
great
shake weight.
friends of
It
the
makes you wonder,
salad?
why do they call a Caesar salad a Caesar salad?
Because you're stabbing the lettuce every time you put it in your mouth.
I don't think that's
and
I thought it was
honestly,
I thought it was the cheese.
honestly, I believe if
it's
you
just fine.
if Caesar salad's prepared properly, it's got anchovies and it's really
Well,
kind
that's
of it's
nasty.
kind of
No,
You
Even-
lost me at anchovy.
No, even
I'm
with
telling you.
It gives it like a little
the
salty.
That's like dead fish. Maybe that's why dead fish. You're right. You might be onto something.
Be sure to
if you're
check our
talking
Table for Four for
anchovies-
recipes for Caesar salad that Nate will be posting right now.
Well, didn't the Italians do the dead fish thing to people before they killed them?
well,
Dead fish thing,
Again,
what?
that sounds cool. Get back
no,
to
no,
you have some
no,
research,
no.
Mr. Rittenhouse.
wait, we're gonna kill you. Here's a dead fish.
I'm
It's
telling
like,
you.
thanks. What was
Is
it?
it the
The
moth
black
like
dot
a-
of death.
Oh,
Remember
man.
the black dot
Like
of
the
death?
kiss of death, but
Different.
So,
Anywho,
the-
Julius Caesar.
Italians had
as
weird
far
things
as
they did.
Table for Four is concerned,
not
the
hating
first most
Italians.
popular, the first assassination, 44 BC. As you may remember from your history, he was killed by the Senate. So
I don't think anyone's like, oh yes, I
they
remember.
covered
this
that
time."
a little bit. I mean, I knew enough about it, and they had the famous play by William Shakespeare, which in my research talked about. Most of that was all kind of made up, but a lot of history gets taken from that. You know what I mean? The famous line "You tu Brutus" or "Et tu Brutus," however it's said. Your lovely wife and our research assistant Jennifer was going through it with us, and that to me I think is kind of fascinating how the folklore from William Shakespeare's play becomes history when, as I was finding out, it's not.
Do you think it
There were
would have?
63 senators. We now know that he was we know because it was one of the first forensic cases ever.
first autopsy.
First autopsy, 23 stab wounds. I did the math. That's less than 60. So if every senator was supposedly to have stabbed him,
Do we know
Some
that?
didn't then.
all right.
Do we know that it
think they
would have
would've
been a play if it
tired
wasn't
after a while.
assassination? If there wasn't an assassination?
Right. I don't know.
I mean, I believe
that is something that's important to mention too,
I
because
mean,
this assassination
maybe the
was carried
Senate was
out in a
split.
theater, the first
Yeah.
famous theater of Pompeii.
it was the open.
Right.
Yeah.
And Caesar first knew that something was off when he arrived at the theater, and he was the only one there. Other than
that's
the
usually
senators,
the-
he was like, "Wait, I thought that we were
also,
going
it
to
was
see a
like
play."
how I felt today whenever I walked up here. It was
Right.
like,
Oh, I got it, guys. Hey, listen. That's what it is. That's why they call it a Caesar salad, because didn't that play theater didn't it look like a big old bowl with a bunch of people that smelled like fish?
Okay.
Whoa.
We'll have to do your own research on that.
Yeah, just
Again,
a couple of people. Close your
I
legs.
probably actually.
Sorry to any fish
In
that
your-
we
what?
I can't.
Anybody who
today.
knows why they call a Caesar salad, please let us know.
Put it in the
Clearly
comments
we do
below.
not.
So why
Well,
do you ask? Did 60 some odd senators have it out for Julius Caesar? Apparently, he had been elected or promoted or willed by their
Dictator perpetu.
dictator perpetuo.
That's it. That's it.
or,
That's it.
Perpetual dick.
Loosely
Oh.
translated,
Close.
God for life. And the Senate freaked out because they're like, "Wait, God for life." Well, and
Well,
they
wait a
thought they
minute,
were going
wait
to
a
get rid of the Senate, and they were going to get rid of.
Only half the Senate freaked out
Okay.
Well,
because only half of them killed him.
Apparently, math again.
wait, you
Billy has
can't
a
do
point.
math. 60
It's
plus
less than
senators.
Well, 60 plus senators and 23 stab wounds.
But
Then
see,
only
some of those stab
half.
wounds were on top of other stab wounds, and
Yeah.
so
Okay,
we really, again,
It could have just been one guy going really quick.
I just know that the knife
Like
store
Jason Bourne.
that the knife store in Rome that afternoon closed early because they're like they said 65 knives, and it's just like we're closed.
Half of them were like, "Oh, we thought this was a ceremonial thing. Why are they handing out knives?"
These are fake, right? Well, I guess not.
So as Caesar enters the
The
theater,
forensics must not have been too hard because they were all wearing white. How do you like the blood splatter guy on that one? Well, this senator went this way.
I have a feeling that he was stabbed here. What tells you that? A big gaping wound? Okay. Can you just imagine back then? I mean, they don't have the technology that we. I mean, whenever you.
well, again, the research I
see-
did, they left him there for hours and hours, and no one touched him. And then there's a story where finally some like peasants like came and got him. Finally, like no one wanted to touch him because at that time he had just become kind of hated, and they did kind of fear him, even though they were like, okay, we're gonna make you super whatever
They
that
just
word was.
stabbed the guy. Just
Yeah,
like
you know.
Yeah,
And it backfired because they wanted to not let there become revolution, and it ended up kickstarting the Roman Civil War
Yeah,
and the downfall to the Roman Empire,
Well,
which is major, you know.
They lost all their power in their own doing.
Right.
Because, like you said, it backfired, and then everything was directed straight at them. So, I mean, can you just imagine the other half, which, not half, good portion of them still didn't stab him, but, I mean, what they were thinking, like, we had a good thing going.
Right?
And then you 23 idiots just,
You know what? This is going a little bit off the deep end. I'm looking at this at a different angle.
Okay.
What if Julius Caesar was trying to make Rome great again?
Oh my God! Did he have orange hair? Oh! Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. It's all coming clear to me.
And prize me might, the political segue
No,
breaks in.
that's where it stops. I built a wall.
Stop. Would you?
Dictator Perpetuo?
No. He said I build a wall, and I think he meant. And, oh, my
That was a
goodness.
pun, hun.
So of course, Julius Caesar, like dying, dead in this theater. He remains there for
you
hours.
said lie dying. I thought you said he liked
dead.
dying.
He died.
yeah, don't you like that?
Yeah, I like dying.
Although none of the dialogue that again William Shakespeare uses in his play will we ever know whether it's true or not. We do know that Brutus, his protege, was one of the senators that stabbed him.
He probably the one that killed him.
And and they all were wearing togas, which I think is like should be the first all-time great horror film.
So
Why
it's
has
like
that not
a
been
college
made?
party going on.
Yes,
no.
I've gone wild. You know?
Yeah.
know.
Stop.
I don't know. That'd just be a bunch of swinging.
Okay, carrying on.
There's a famous painting which Nate's gonna show now,
Sure.
Great.
and you can see just like, wow, they're in these
No,
elegant
I pretty much
robes,
just
and
don't
you know,
Oh, you just think about it. Imagine they're all like gold laced and stuff.
What? No, and another thing I was
I mean,
gonna
it was the
toga.
peak of
Yeah.
civilization at that time. The Roman Empire was at its all-time. They kicked ultimate ass over the world, and
Right.
we're riding high, and it was all thanks to him. And so they said, we're going to name you
They were high?
Super God. We don't even have a word for it. Dictator Perpetuo. And he was like, what? You guys even came up with a word?
Yeah.
Uh,
And then they said, "Oh yeah, by the way,
Yeah.
the other half."
Hey, can you take a look at this knife for me?
I just sharpened it. I just wanted to test it. Oh, oops! I slipped 23 times.
See, now at that time they didn't. Again, we're going back to the whole autopsy. That still boggles my mind because at that time, did they have?
Yeah, I don't think it was the guy from
good-
CSI with the weird glasses that
No, I
have a
mean-
magnet in the middle, and he was like writing it down. I just like counted like rough 1, 2, 3.
I wonder who operated the
23.
camera.
Everyone agree on 23? 23. And they got the stone tablet and he started chiseling.
Well,
They had ink now. They didn't have ink.
how does that
Yeah, they
translate?
were-
I mean, because at that time they didn't really have
pious at the
a vast understanding of the human body.
Right.
They still thought that there were
When was Da Vinci?
That was
after I didn't study in history.
that was 12th, 13th century.
Ooh.
Leave a comment below,
Please. And once again.
Again, we are not professionals.
We
We're
do not.
professional
Do
idiots.
not try this at home.
Do not use this for book report. Do not use this for
Yeah.
deity report.
Yeah, we're sorry, little Billy. You're not getting an A on that paper.
No.
And
You're getting a
here
star
you
for creativity, but
Yeah.
But the idea is
E for
now a reality, and society will see it again and again and again. People think that when people get to a place of power,
They're untouchable.
They're untouchable, and they most certainly are not. I think Julius Caesar is one of the first ones that gets to find that out.
I mean, Hitler was the same exact way. I mean, he got so high that, not that kind of high, but he got
Seriously, it must have been an amazing
so high that, he felt like he was untouchable. And that's when he's like, can I go even higher? And that's when he started trying to take over the world. But,
And
yeah.
that worked out so well.
Yeah.
I don't know. He did, he flew to Argentina, I believe, right? Argentina.
That's where they found a
Yep,
lot of
and
it.
now he's on the moon. Yeah, he's still alive and kicking. He's probably watching this, laughing his Nazi ass.
All right,
off,
just
but-
so everybody knows, so we're clear on
I thought he
this.
was under like
Da Vinci
right now.
died May 2nd of 1519.
All right.
Wow, so yes, it is
always
accurate.
It is.
Good
it is.
job.
So yes. So
Damn.
again,
What a marvelous
Yes,
beard.
so at that time, the
Oh, yeah.
understanding of the human body, which
Right.
even when he, I mean,
the fact that they got like a heart knife.
well, see, I don't
Ow. Owie.
think.
Boo boo. He's
Is
got
that
a boo boo.
Is that a boo boo?
That's a boo boo on his heart.
They're like, oh, we can
Like a
fix this.
3-inch boo boo.
and put a
Or
leech on
meter,
him.
whatever they did.
Put a leech on
Leech
him.
it.
He'll come back to life.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't think they understood at that time that he was stabbed in the heart. It was probably much later when we started. Like they said, oh, there was a stab wound. I mean, because I'm sure that they're looking at like drawings and they're like, oh, well, that's where his heart was, and the amount of blood that they drew or colored or
It was that dark
chiseled
blood.
on the. Oh,
It was that dark
damn.
blood. You could tell because it was that dark blood. That's not heart blood.
Chiseled on the wall.
I'm
like
sure
that. I just like that
because you had
imagery.
scientists even then.
Aesop's
so I'm
fables,
sure
you know.
I wouldn't be
A
shocked.
scientist then, really.
May I just
No, you did.
Yes,
you,
please
you had
do.
Newton,
may I
you
just
had-
say something?
Please do.
Jeremy, thank you. I've been missing that shake weight.
I didn't really do it. I did
Okay.
mainly
No,
like
fair.
that. So I'm
There it is
actually
again.
no. I'm doing. I did it.
So again, that's Julius Caesar, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like us, leave comments. Guys, what else?
Again, if you want more in depth on any of this, I say it almost every single one. Let us know. I mean, we're just skimming the top. We can go deep.
Please don't. Okay.
Abraham.
Sorry.
It's still recording.
God, I felt like I know, but you're gonna edit. I mean, we're not going to the next one.
No, he's
let's
probably
leave
gonna have
that
to.
in.
Oh.
You're like, oh yeah. We said deep, and he's going in deep.
That's a bumper.
It might hurt a little the first time, but just keep
Wow. See, I didn't even go there, and then not
told
even
me
sure
I
how
was
far
too
you're
far.
going, but you're really gone
going.
way
You go
out there.
there. The string is so you can pull it back out.
Oh wow.